Congressman Joe Wilson really needs no introduction to us. He's led a life dedicated to public service to us here in South Carolina. Joe has a long resume, but we're glad to say that he is one in Washington who is standing up for Israel. Please welcome Congressman Joe Wilson.
Thank you very much. And fellow friends of Israel, ladies and gentlemen, it's such an honor to be with you this afternoon. And I moved a little bit up on the schedule because I've got different drop-ins to go to before I race back up to Washington. But I just know how proud I am to be here. I want to thank Della for her work and Shulamit for helping put this together, Amos and Buddy. I'm also so grateful to be here with longtime friends of Gant Street Baptist Church, of Trinity Baptist Church, and truly this is a coming together of our community, and it just warms my heart as I look and see so many people who need to be aware that on a Sunday afternoon, it's extremely difficult with the uncertain weather we have to have this many people. And so I know it's from the heart that we have people here who fully understand that we need to stand up for our ally, our friend, the country of Israel. And so thank you so much for being here today. And something also that meant so much to me, I appreciate my longtime friend, Mac Toole, state representative who represents Central Lexington County, for his service. He and his wonderful wife, Linda, were the first people to call and say, hey, Joe, we need for you to participate. And I said I would be honored to. And I'm particularly honored because in my service in Congress, I first of all want to tell you that I feel at home. I had the extraordinary privilege to represent many of you in the State Senate of South Carolina for 17 years. And I was telling Bob Swartz, I'm so grateful to see him. Can you imagine we have a friend all the way from Miami? So Bob, thank you for being here. What a wonderful opportunity it was for me to serve so many of you in the State Senate. And now for the past 8 years, I've been very grateful to represent you in Congress. In fact, obviously what we're into is a global war on terrorism. And so, as with my election, I have had the extraordinary privilege and opportunity to be named to the Armed Services Committee. I've seen the young people of our country who are protecting our country so that we can have freedom of assembly, freedom of speech, freedom of participation of women in society. And so it warms my heart. But a great honor I've had is to have the privilege and opportunity to visit Israel twice. I was there 5 years ago. It was at a time when Israel was under full attack by homicide bombers. And I actually visited Hadassah Hospital. I want to thank the Arnold family here of Columbia who have done so much to help fund Hadassah Hospital. But I visited Hadassah and I visited with some young children who had terrible cuts on their face, but they were alive thanks to the great work of Hadassah Hospital. It was horrifying to me to find out the nature of our enemy. The enemy are so consumed by hatred. These two young children were survivors, but there was a homicide bomber who got on a bus in downtown Jerusalem, and this bomber directed himself in such a way to kill the maximum number of women and children. The bus driver was not injured. To me, that was just such a horrible indication of the level of hatred that's just got to be overcome. It was so sad to me to find out later that this homicide bomber was 29 years old, was a reader in the mosque, and had 3 children. How could he be driven to such hatred? It was just heartbreaking to think of somebody having that much hatred in his heart to want to kill fellow men and women. The good news is that last year I had the opportunity to visit Israel again, and I was able to see the benefits of the fence. And we were talking about this a few minutes ago with one of Columbia's most noted attorneys, Bothwell Graham, and that is that a good fence makes good neighbors. Well, that's what's happened. The number of attacks has dropped dramatically. The people of Israel are safer than ever before. It just warms your heart to know of the courage of the people in Israel. But it's still a terrible challenge that they have to face. I again visited Hadassah Hospital. I saw the hospital treating the people of Jewish faith. I saw the hospital there, and I found out that at least 40 to maybe 50% of the patients are Arabs. So this is a hospital that I think embodies what we want to see, and that is people living together, respecting each other, understanding that we can have different religions and cultures, and living together as we are so fortunate to do here in the United States. But the very day after visiting Hadassah Hospital, we were in Israel, and a terrorist took one of the bulldozers and purposefully drove along the streets looking for cars to ride in a bulldozer over cars that had women with baby seats in the back. That's, again, the level of hatred. We must be ever vigilant. And so that's why I'm so grateful to be here. I have another interest in that I served for 31 years in the Guard and Reserve. I know, as a veteran, that we can have peace through strength. I've got 4 sons who serve in the military of the United States. 2 served in Iraq, and another has served in Egypt to promote stability, peace through strength. And my 4th son just joined the National Guard. So I take it very personally on behalf of you as a veteran, member of Congress, and a parent. And so I want to thank you for the privilege and opportunity of being here. I want to wish everyone well, and I want to extend an invitation. We've got people here from New York, we've got them from Miami, we've got them from Charleston. If you're ever in the Washington area, and I was just mentioning this to Matt, please come by and visit my office, 212 Cannon House Office Building. It is your office. And so please come by. I'd be honored to have you, and you will notice when you arrive, on the desk, you will see my flag of the State of Israel prominently displayed right in the center of the desk. And so please come by. I'm honored to represent you. God bless each of you.